Hello, uh, this video is about creativity and innovation. And we can talk about creativity as the emergence of new ideas, about new products, new services, new practices, new business models. And we can say that the creativity is the beginning of the innovation process. Um, we have several techniques to use to potentiate creativity in organizations. For instance, brainstorming is one of the most used techniques. The organization creates a team with the goal to develop some kind of new idea, and then the team discusses all the ideas they have that emerge from all the persons that belongs to the team, um, to create the product or the service or what other kind of feature that they want to create in organization. Other example of technique that organizations also use very much is, for instance, positive points, negative points, and new points that we can find in a product or a service or a practice. And then we look to the negative points and try to identify what kind of improvements we can implement and what kind of new elements we can add to that product or service, what kind of functionality. And this normally includes not only people from organization, internal employees, but also experts from universities, research centers, or other kind of entities that participate on the creativity process. When we identify what kind of product or service or practice or model that we want to implement, then we begin all the process of conceiving that product or service, and we identify the production framework, what kind of resources that are needed, what kind of competencies, what kind of financial support, and we begin to create the process of innovation. Innovation only occurs when the product is launched to the market and it has success. The idea itself, it's not an innovation. It has to create value for the company, for the market. And when we considered an innovation, we can think about um, uh, small new features that we added to the product, or we can think about a new, completely new product or service or practice. And the originality of the process, of the product, of the service, it's one criteria to define what kind of innovation we are talking about. We have several issues to discuss on innovation. How can we implement the innovation? And if we are talking about a product or a service, we involve not only the innovation and development department or unit, but also we need to involve all the departments of the organization. We need to involve, for instance, marketing to develop the marketing plan to put the product or service in the market, or to implement the practice in the organization. The communication is very important. So the employees and also the consumers and the clients and the suppliers, they have a notion about what kind of innovation we are trying to create and we are trying to put on the market. Also, the production department is really important because is where the innovation is being conceived and put it into products or services. And also the quality department is important to define what kind of criteria of quality, of security the product need to have. Then we have also the human resources department that it's important because people are the most important and people have competences, they have knowledge and they help to put the product or service on the market. Finally, I want to talk a little bit about open innovation. Today, we are more open to collaborate, and open innovation is not only the creation inside the organization, but bringing all the stakeholders together to create a product or a service that can be put on the market more fast, more cheaper, and the risks of putting a new product on the market they are shared by all the stakeholders that participate on that process. And we finish here the process of innovation and creativity.